Ooh, Bad Larry.
Welcome back, Bad Larry Kingdom. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and today we have a bit of a doozy for you. X Factor number 11. Let's get it. Iceman and the Beast have witnessed the slaughter, fought the deadly Marauders, saved what Morlocks they could, then despite their injuries, returned to the alley to save more. And now, 4 Morlocks mistake them as Marauders and make a sneak attack. But everybody's powers are nullified by the proximity to Leech, so it's a good old fist fight from here. Iceman tells Leech to run away so they can use their powers. But this also means that their Morlock adversaries can also use their powers. Beast and Iceman are in trouble. They're outnumbered 4-2. While nearby, Cyclops and Jean Grey are walking with Arthur, and Jean Grey is telekinetically carrying Angel. But how the heck was Angel saved from those killer Marauders? And how was Leech and Caliban saved from the likes of Sabretooth? Well, we know that Marvel loves to do tie-in stories, stretching out the story into other books just so they can make more money. Well, I got you, Bad Larry Kingdom. The story of Leech and Caliban's rescue is found in Power Pack number 27. Let's check it out real quick. Here's the cover to that Power Pack issue number 27 that ties in to X Factor 10 and 11. The Power Pack kids have Franklin Richards in their care. He's the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm of the Fantastic Four. Franklin Richards is having a dream and is projecting it for the Power Pack kids to see. Leech and Caliban are in trouble and they need to help them. The Power Pack kids apparently know Leech and know that he's a sewer dweller, so they investigate and they head into the tunnels. The Power Pack kids are ambushed by that son of a bitch Sabretooth, but they seem to be holding their own against the savagery of his attack. The Power Pack kids incapacitate Sabretooth for now and head on down the tunnels to find Leech and Caliban. Meanwhile, Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, and Iceman have saved 4 more Morlocks and brought them to the X Factor headquarters. But despite their injuries, they know they have to go back in and try to save Arthur and try to find Angel. As our heroes walk back into the tunnels, we see the Power Pack kids come across Leech and Caliban, and immediately their powers go null because they're too close to Leech. The villainous Marauders, Harpoon, Arclight, and Scrambler have also found the Power Pack kids and launch an attack. The Power Pack kids battle the Marauders quite clumsily. The Marauders seem underpowered compared to the Power Pack kids, and the Power Pack kids start laying it on them. Our X Factor team show up just in the nick of time. Cyclops Blast sends the Marauders running. Leech and Caliban are now in the care of X Factor, and the Power Pack kids head back home. Now that we know how Leech and Caliban was saved and turned over to X Factor, let's find out how Angel got free from those Marauders. What the heck? Where did Thor come from? The tie into this story comes from Thor number 373 and 374. Let's check it out real quick. Marvel has had some crazy tie-ins, but these two really take the cake. Apparently, Thor was just chilling in his street clothes, and some frogs told him that he needed to head to the sewers of New York City. That's right. Some frogs told him. Freaking frogs. Thor slams his hammer and turns back into Son of Odin attire, walks into the woods where the manhole cover to the sewers are, turns the corner, and sees the Marauders attacking Angel and has him pinned up against the wall. I know, Bad Larry Kingdom, this tie-in with Thor is kind of crazy to me as well. But remember, Avengers headquarters is only 3 blocks away from X Factor headquarters, and right around the corner from Fantastic Four headquarters. So this idea that Thor could possibly be involved in an X Factor conflict is somewhat plausible. The Marauders are kill happy. They jump Thor, but Thor's not having any of it. I mean, obviously they don't know who they're messing with over here. Thor, the God of Thunder, have you ever heard of him? Harpoon launches an attack. Thor knocks that crap out of the air with his hammer. Blockbuster thinks he's got the strength to take on Thor, but Thor wallops Blockbuster upside the head with Mjolnir. That dizzy bitch Vertigo thinks that she can get Thor's head all twisted up. Thor's just about had enough dicking around with these 3 idiots. Thor puts the fear of Odin in those Marauders and they run away, and Thor gingerly gets Angel off the wall. Angel is in bad shape, people. As Thor's carrying Angel off to safety, he encounters Bubblegum Head Arthur. But the evil Marauder Blockbuster wants to make a second secret attack on Thor. He hasn't clearly got the message. His attack, however, has temporarily stunned Thor. With the very last amount of strength Angel has left, he launches a counterattack against Blockbuster. Angel, however, is no match for Blockbuster, especially in his current weakened condition. But when you see Thor swinging that hammer like that above his head, you know your ass is about to be grass. And bing bang boom, Blockbuster's consciousness has left the room. Arthur uses his mutant power of projection and is trying to lead Thor back to X Factor. Moments later, Arthur has led Thor back to X Factor. Everybody's pretty banged up, especially Angel. Bubblegum Head Arthur is trying to tell Cyclops about Angel and Jean Grey, and Cyclops is like, I don't want to hear about that junk. We're all busted up and down here because you're a dumbass. Let's get out of here. Just a few minutes later, Cyclops and Jean Grey encounter Beast and Iceman being overwhelmed by 4 Morlocks, whom they think are actually Marauders. Just like Thor, it only takes one blast from Cyclops before everyone's like, whoa, 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 let's talk about this, people. Maybe this is just a case of mistaken identity. Please, we don't want no more of that optic blast smoke, sir. The Morlocks tell Cyclops and his team to get the hell out of the tunnels. Cyclops is like, you ungrateful sons of bitches. We're the ones that saved your asses from the Marauders, and we got a bunch of your Morlock idiots back at our base getting medical care. How about thank you very much, X Factor? How about that? X Factor is desperately trying to get Angel out of the tunnels and into medical care. They narrowly escape an explosion caused by Thor as he exits the tunnels. Berserker thinks that Cyclops is going to arrest them as X Factor, but Cyclops is like, chill bro, we don't want to take you anywhere. Skids quickly explains to the Morlocks that X Factor are actually heroes. They're not there to hurt them or arrest them. X Factor have made it back to X Factor headquarters and switched out their hero attire. An ambulance has taken Angel off to the hospital, and we see that X Factor headquarters has turned into an infirmary to help all of the injured Morlocks. But Berserker doesn't trust X Factor. He wants to get back to the tunnels. But the access through X Factor headquarters is compromised. Berserker and his friends are going to have to take to the streets if they want to get back to the tunnels. Some human idiots who hate mutants see Berserker and his fellow Morlocks, call them dirty stinky muties, and start opening fire on him. A couple of shots hit Blow hard. He looks like he's down for the count. The mutant Morlocks are pissed. They retaliate in self-defense. Warren Worthington III, Angel, is in the hospital. He's in very bad shape, but he's getting the care that he needs. The news is talking trash on him about how he's funding X Factor and their exploits. And then out of nowhere, that blue-lipped son of a bitch Apocalypse shows up in Angel's hospital room and teleports him out of there. I'm sure everyone watching this can guess what Angel's fate is going to be. Back outside X Factor headquarters, Cyclops and Jean Grey come to the rescue of Berserker and the other Morlocks. Don't you know you can't shoot Jean Grey? She got that telekinesis shield, baby. One blast from Cyclops makes everyone scramble. The cops see a girl turn into a giant dinosaur monster. They open fire. Scaleface is down. Berserker goes berserk on everybody. Berserker's lightning bolts are about to tear everybody to pieces, but Cyclops sends his ass into the water with an optic blast. Tells him to simmer his ass down. The cops feel like shit for shooting Scaleface. Jean Grey uses her telekinesis to get Mask and Cyclops and herself out of the scene. Here we're introduced to another mutant named Boom Boom. Guess what she can do? Make bombs that go boom. And back at the hospital, the doctors let Scott and Jean Grey know that Angel's gone. Wow, what an action-packed episode this was, Bad Larry Kingdom. Marvel was real greedy, requiring 3 tie-in comics to finish off this storyline. Power Pack 27, Thor 373 and 374. You had to get them to make any sense of this storyline. But there you go, Bad Larry Kingdom. You got 4 issues in this episode. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and look tomorrow for X Factor number 12.